Good evening, brothers and sisters. This is going to be kind of a fun one. I'm going to have fun doing it. Should have put another one on there, but we'll go click it here in a minute just for fun. Facts, physics, and Hollywood debunk the globe. I mean, God, he debunks it. That's first and foremost, of course, because should have thrown that on there for the Bible believing people. Let's get started, shall we? It's going to be fun. Buckle up, buttercups.
Now, here is one of the few instances of an astronaut supposedly in a vacuum chamber. This could be made for TV drama from the 60s, but I think it's probably real. I think that they tried to use a spacesuit in a vacuum chamber, but quickly realized that it's impossible, at least in a high vacuum. So they immediately started their policy of only using swimming pools to train and completely ignoring and remaining silent on the absence of vacuum chamber training of astronauts. And check out the caption. It says, the video above shows the moments when Jim LeBlanc was subjected to a space like, it's a medium vacuum, in a NASA testing chamber in 1965. Interestingly, although an accident, it's one of the only experiments into how a human would cope in such conditions, and thus our modern knowledge of the effects rely upon this incident. We're relying upon this one time they tried to put somebody in a vacuum chamber. Whew, it's pretty pathetic.
As I stumbled backwards, I could feel the saliva on my tongue starting to bubble just before I went unconscious. And that's kind of the last thing I remember.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. And originally, I had a clip of the BBC video with Brian Cox where they dropped a feather and a bowling ball in a pathetic attempt to prove gravity. And I had to take it out because that was the first thing that got this video blocked. And I'll put the link in the description, but it's a horrible spectacle.
Okay. They was walking on the moon with them suits on. And that fella about got killed. The spit on his tongue started boiling right before he went unconscious. Remember what he said right before he went unconscious? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. That was the facts. Let's move on to physics part of this deal, shall we? Yes, physics. We want facts, right? So we go to physics. Let's see what physics says about an unbalanced object spinning. I want y'all to pay very, very, very close attention to what happens to an unbalanced mass spinning. Now, this is with gravity. It's being held down, right? Right? By scientific theories. Go look up what theory is. Now, physics says this is what happens to unbalanced masses. Pay attention. Physics. Physics. Now, that's physics, people. That is proof. Unbalanced masses beat themselves to death. Now, what do you people say is spinning with there's no gravity, where there's nothing to hold it? Oh, there's the sun. Okay, so it has something holding it. So why is the Earth still standing? Quote, physics. And that was from, let's go back and, yep, you can see it there. That was from the photo induction. Photonic induction, my bad. Photonic induction. Physics. Y'all gonna mock and laugh, but hey, what happens to unbalanced masses? Maybe mute my side. We're gonna watch it again. We're gonna have another physics lesson. Does anybody want to dispute that's what happens to unbalanced masses? Is there anybody going to dispute that? Speak up now. Is that what happens to spinning objects or spinning masses? Unbalanced spinning masses. Is that what physics says happens to them? Now, supposedly it's been held down here on gravity. I'm saying the weight of the machine itself was holding it down, but I digress. Something is holding that machine down, and it's unbalanced inside spinning. Well, the Earth's spinning is where? It's in space, but it's outer space. So it's spinning, yeah, and it's unbalanced, yeah, and it's being held by something, yeah. What's physics say? How you doing there, sister? I thought I'd have fun with this. Did you see it? Fella threw a radio and it's funny. I don't watch it again. A fella threw a radio and a washing machine that was breaking down. It's funny. I gotta mute my side. Won't be no echo. I got things having a seizure. Unbalanced. Now, I know you ain't much on the flat Earth. You're wanting to learn about it, but the best way I can tell you to understand the flat Earth is to go blank and start with a new palette. They want to say that's what happens to unbalanced masses. Now, the earth is unbalanced. Earth is unbalanced more than that washing machine. On scale size, probably unbalanced the same amount. Now, it's supposed to be spinning and hurling through space. So it's out there doing this number right here, you know. Oh, I gotta have fun with this. It's if I don't laugh at this stuff, people like's been coming around the past couple of days tick me off. Now, it was, man. It was. I see. I can't answer some stuff. These people come up with math and scribblings. Well, I can draw anything on paper, but show me how it's supposed to work, and I'll either understand it or I'll say that's full of crap. And I used to believe there. Now, let's go to the Hollywood. Oh, did you see the vacuum chamber? Did you see the vacuum chamber? And an astronaut. Now they supposedly wore this stuff on the moon. Now I'll play that one again. I don't know if you saw that one, but let me go back.
Now, here is
I gotta stop it. Hold on a second. There it is.
Vacuum chamber.
I'm gonna have to mute my side because it's gonna echo. They say they was walking on the moon in these astronaut suits. He's wearing an astronaut suit and they're doing testing.
Now, here is one of the few instances of an astronaut supposedly in a vacuum chamber. This could be made for TV drama from the 60s, but I think it's probably real. I think that they tried to use a spacesuit in a vacuum chamber, but quickly realized that it's impossible, at least in a high vacuum. So they immediately started their policy of only using swimming pools to train and completely ignoring and remaining silent on the absence of vacuum chamber training of astronauts. And check out the caption. It says, the video above shows the moments when Jim LeBlanc was subjected to a space-like vacuum, space-like, it's a medium vacuum, in a NASA testing chamber in 1965. Interestingly, although an accident, it's one of the only experiments into how a human would cope in such conditions, and thus our modern knowledge of the effects rely upon this incident. We're relying upon this one time they tried to put somebody in a vacuum chamber? Whew, it's pretty pathetic.
As I stumble backwards, I could feel the saliva on my tongue starting to bubble just before I went unconscious. And that's kind of the last thing I remember.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. And originally I had a clip of the BBC.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I used to believe this mess. Oh my gosh. Now, on to the Hollywood portion of it. It gets better, sister. It gets better. Here we go. I'm gonna mute myself.
Astronauts to the moon. Astronauts to the moon.
And there's the Hollywood portion of it. Oh, thank you, Lord, for that laugh. Thank you, Lord, for that laugh. That was pretty much all I had to say. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Yeah, I think I downloaded that. That's one reason my computer's so full. They look like little puppy dogs, didn't they? Yeah, I'm fine. Ah, yeah. No, I'm fine. Anybody see? That's when you get up and start looking around. I hope nobody saw that. Oh, oh my gosh. Uh, uh, I'm serious. I mean, sometimes you just gotta ignore everything. Everything's stupid. Everything's a lie. Everything the devil, Bobby. 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 The devil. You lose your mind. You got to entertain yourself. If people can't laugh at yourself and look stupid and laugh, you wind up like the little Satanist I've been into it with past few days. I'm serious. You got to let loose. People see you acting stupid. Hey, as long as you're having fun, who cares what people say? Have fun, amuse yourself. We're going to die soon anyway. That's the way I look at it. But anyway. But I just wanted to have fun. I was watching wrestling. I'm too sick of watching wrestling for now. I just wanted to have a little fun and could get biblical, but read Genesis. You know, created light before he created the sun, created the light before he created the moon and the sun and all them other things. As lightning strikes in the west, it'll be seen in the east and sits above a circle. I mean, the flat earth has got to the point where it bores me to death. And the only time I went hoping that sister would see the light, but lights is completely dark. And this started, so I'm gonna stay away from them anti-flat earth people. They were, I'm sorry, they were on you. I'm telling you, man, they're idiot. I love it. I laugh. It's almost like it's the Three Stooges. It's the Three Stooges. That's all it is. But there's a lot more than three. Yep. If you want to see one of them, hold on a minute. Did I close that? Yeah, I got one of them. Let's go ahead and just blow this darn thing out of the water. You know, let's just blow this stupid globe out of the water. You know, I'm about tired of it. It bores me, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Your word don't bore me, Lord. It's just trying to learn about it. Nope, playlist. Let's just have fun with the globe. Let's bounce that thing around. Let's play hot potato. It's flat. All right. Let me go to StreamYard. All right. I'm trying to. I ain't. Oh, I'm wrestling. Oh yeah, that's how you spell it. All right, now. What am I doing here? Who am I? What year is this? What is my name? All right. Went to this. Used to be, I can't remember the name. This fella came up from Georgia. He was a YouTuber. Went to a church about 45 minutes up the road. I went and listened to him. And the preacher, he was a flat earth preacher. He was there for a few years, quite a bit, I think. Then once he allowed this biblical cosmology, they fired that preacher. And it was using scripture. All right, here's this fella. Let's go. I'm gonna meet my side for a bit.
The next clip is the one that just got this video removed, and this was the clip from Smarter Every Day. I guess he didn't like how ridiculous he and astronaut Donald Pettit looked when they discussed the shutters on the cupola of the International Space Station. They basically talk about the tiny little O-rings that are used to create a seal for the 7 handles that open and close the shutters. They operate the handles from inside the cupola, and these handles close the shutters on the outside of the space station. So for me, the worst part was how ignorant Donald Pettit was when asked what to do in the event of a leak in the seal. He's like, then you have a leak. Probably seal off the cupola. There's probably a plan. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's probably a plan to replace the mechanism. It might require a spacewalk, all nonchalantly. And it's like, what in the world is he thinking? This is horrible. If the ISS were real, there would be a procedure for every possible contingency.
What's going on? Sanders, what's going on? It's Megamate. She's gone from suck to blow.
On submarines,
Yep, Spaceballs. That's what space is. There's, and so I thought that was right. That the astronaut says, "Well, I don't know what's going to happen. There might be a plan." I thought that was a video. Says he was asked about the information they gathered all through the 60s, 70s, all that stuff. Well, we destroyed that information, and it's kind of hard to. Well, he didn't sound like a hit, but it's kind of that's what you'd expect him to sound like. But we destroyed that information. It's a very difficult process of building it back. All right, let's hit another one. I think that was Stay Flat Media 7's video because I think that looked like some of his footage. Let's get on to another.
Controversy.
This has the strings there. Okay, that and don't have the little strings in them. I thought it did. Wrestling. That's it. But yeah. Danny Little thinks this technology is painful. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Spaceball. But yeah, I mean, it's just silly anymore. And I try to stay out of it because there's people like that, and I don't want to diss them. It's not them; it's the spirit that's controlling them. But they get me riled up, and then I gotta look like an idiot having fun. And if they want to, hey, y'all be uptight all you want. I'm gonna sit here and look stupid and laugh, whether y'all want to or not. That's on y'all, but y'all believe in a complete and utter lie that this ignorant fool just sat here and tore apart with facts, physics, and Hollywood, and some NASA. But the sister, I ain't gonna force you, but it's yeah, trust me, I got the memory bar when you go check your computer. It's like that much it ain't showing. Well, that ain't red, and there's like that much is red. It's full, so I can't really download nothing else. I need to start deleting stuff. There's so much flat earth on this. In the past 5 years, 6 years, wow, going on 7. Wow. Okay, I've been downloading so many flat Earth, and here past few years, all been biblical. But yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around. But the Earth's a lie. Globe is a lie. Globe Earth is a lie. There's some people say, "Oh, the Earth ain't flat. There's mountains and valleys," and that's the people you just want to. Oh, come on. Really? No, really, we got mountains, we got valleys. You don't say. But people, they're so snotty. They don't want to have a decent conversation. You know. But yeah, I know. I see them, and I see them people talk about him and Flatzoid all the time. I'm thinking, that's why I stay out, because I know them people. When I first come to Flat Earth back in 2017, I was coming to it in 2017. By 2018, I was full blown Flat Earth, and I was dedicating my life to the Lord. 9 months later, the wife left. Oh well. And I jumped in them rooms. Oh my gosh, they vile, nasty people. They vile, nasty people. And they love it. They love it. It draws them like green flies to steamy piles. And that's great comparison. People will act like it, draw the green flies. And you can tell them. You can tell who they are. That, like I say, you hand the devil a piece of rope, he's hung within 3 seconds. He's hung himself within 3 seconds. I'm telling you. Yes, sir, we do. I can't explain it. I just know it. It is. Well, you spelt it wrong. uh, uh, oh yeah, that's what I say. I don't like ranting. I don't like ranting. I'm good at it. I'm very good at it. And I'm very good at telling people what I think, not caring. And see, I don't like being like that. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. That's why I'm here laughing, having fun, wanting to lighten up Globers, but oh, oh, you gotta have fun. Oh, see how she threw you a bone? Oh, yeah, and clutch, yeah. I wouldn't take that clutch. Yep, see, he knows, he knows, he knows. Oh, but I just want to have a little fun. I'm gonna get out here, watch some more wrestling. What? Oh, and I was watching it, and and it hit me. Yeah, see, Lord will put some teaching moments in them wrestlings. After the Royal Rumble of 2017, the very first Raw or second Raw, Triple H come out and done his speech, and it hit me, and it's like me. He's supposed to be the Billy Bad Butt, I'm trying not to be that person. He was saying, I'm trying not to be that person that didn't care, that would just destroy everything. And then he starts saying, I'm trying really hard to be that person and not go back to that old person. And that's it. Oh, Lord, please don't let me go back to my old ways. Oh, please. I was a devil. I was a devil. And this, within the past 2 years, I had a thought coming through my mind. Somebody's doing some real shady stuff at the real wrong time. Thought popped in my head after he'd done some of the most shadiest things I've ever seen a human being do. Thought popped in my head while I was standing there looking at him. We can make him disappear, right? And instantly my brain says, yep, and that everything I could have got away with it. The only people knowing about it was me and God. There's so many hills and valleys up here. The buzzards have to hike you. The coyotes have to take a tour guide. The possums and squirrels, and the possums and the raccoons better be locals. Only people would have known about it is me and God. And I pray, Lord, please get me away from here. And that person was family. And that's how cold a person can turn me. And I'm just praying to God, keep me away from that. And these globe shields, that's what Satan does. He sends people like that to poke the bear, to poke the bear, to poke the bear. This bear's on vacation. Smokey's out of cigarettes, you know. Smokey said, let it burn. He ain't dealing with it no more. He got his eyes set on another prize. That's where my life is, and I want to praise the holy God of the heavens above for it. People don't want to believe it. Hey, we'll find out in 3 more verses. Whether you believe them or not, you get to talk to them. That's just in general. But yeah, I got that feeling. I knew I can't go back around that place no more. It's going to have to be sold. That place was older than I. That place was in the family longer than I was. But hey, grew up in that place. Had to turn my back on it because it's just a material possession. Everything we own is a material possession. If I die right now, what good's anything I own going to do me? Not a darn thing. You know, I've had to come to terms. Hey, we're not immortal as of yet. But once we become immortal, what are we going to be feeling? But yeah, I got pretty deep there for a minute, but that's where I'm at. But yeah, I mean, people will turn you. Yeah, I kind of fell out of wrestling, out of the attitude area. I didn't get to see all the attitude area because I was driving a truck. I kind of fell out of it for about 10 years. I drove a truck for up till 2012. Yeah, it is, sister. It is. It's scary. We got to fight it. We got to fight it. LA Night. Yeah. That's right, sister. That's right. It's going to turn to dust and rust. Because I'm just trying to get it fixed up so my young'un ain't got that big of a freaking mess when he seems to be wind up in here dead or outside crushed under a car or laying outside dead somewhere. I'll have my orange on if I'm out in the woods. I'll have my Freemason colors flying. So he can sell the crap if he wants it. He's got quite. I like junk. People call junk, but that junk is worth lots of money. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I was material at one time. Now I can't get rid of it. People want me to give it to them. No, I'll throw it away before I give it away. They're greedy people. Don't want good stuff for dirt cheap. Oh, you're just greedy. No, I'll throw this stuff away. I don't care. It ain't about the money. It's about you being greedy is why I'm not going to sell it to you. They don't like hearing that. I had a couple come by. They come by just to see if I was running a scam on that Facebook marketplace. I noticed the face and I was like, oh. I let them walk in and look. They was back there looking at all that stuff. They was looking around. That's a lot of stuff. I've never seen so much. I'm like, yeah. And she asked about a dish, and I was like, I told her a dirt cheap price. It's kind of expensive. I was like, yeah, that's the problem with greedy people on Facebook. You try to, they think you ought to pay them to take your stuff. I mean, you offer them a dirt cheap price on good products, and they're too greedy to pay it. Her and her husband standing right there in the room and looking at them both. That just, see people like that makes me want to snap their arms and send them out the road, you know. But see, I got to fight that urge. And see, talking about that got my blood boiling. I just couldn't stand that way that woman and man come by just to check, see if I was running scams. They couldn't believe one person owned that much of this product. You don't know my mom. I'm telling you, people are nasty, greedy, vile. I can't stand people. I can't stand people. Love them. Yeah, and say I've been raised. You know, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Don't beat around the bush. Speak. You know, don't pussyfoot around. Okay, let's just get straight to the point. It comes off rude a lot. I don't mean to be rude. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Just like when Arden was in there today, I was asking, I didn't know he was in there. I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just, hey, I want this answered as humbly as I can say it. I mean, I can get a little worse, but I really don't want to. But that's just the way I talk. I'm rough around the edges. Ain't been sanded, you know. Oh, fire, dude! I've been looking at them plastic nose. Is it plastic nose? The 4 headlights, and they got the. Yeah, I can't stand people. And I go over to check my marketplace, and you see all these whores on the. Oh my gosh, really? And it's sad when you look in their eyes, you see pain. You see pain. You see desire for somebody to care. I'm like, that's sad. You look at the eyes of people. You can learn people by looking at their eyes. They'll tell you one thing, their eyes are going to be screaming a totally different. Yeah, you're not. Oh, manual. Okay, I thought you were talking about a manual transmission. Now, I always tell people, they'll tell me, oh, a real car. It ain't a real car unless you got a clutch and a stick. I tell them, no, my car is man enough to do a job by itself. I don't have to help it. And a real car only needs one gear. It knows how to do its job. Shoot, 10 years driving a truck, I ain't shifting gears. No, I put it in D and go. If I need to go faster, that's what my foot's for. That's why they make a kick down cable. Yep, they are. They're windows to the soul. They'll tell you all about a person. That's why I hate being seen, but that's why I like looking at the camera, because I could be shooting up freaking heroin sitting here, Sorry I even brought that up. Wasn't referencing nothing. I was just saying anybody I could have 30 whores and 2 pimps, room full of drugs. I could be doing anything behind this camera if I'm not in front of it. If people can't see what I'm doing, I could be doing anything. So I'm gonna be honest. You want a window of my life? Here you go. I thought, man, if I was to leave, if I was to pay for the subscription to StreamYard, if I'd done one of them 24-hour deals, people get bored to death. Might be some of the best sleep you've ever had in your life. Sometimes I got a weed around myself on the couch. No, but I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna see what happens, see what I can get into. What time is it? It's getting close to bedtime anyway. I try to get in bed early. But hey, people lighten up, laugh, go out and look stupid as long as you're having fun. People call your name, say thank you, and keep laughing. What are they gonna do? Call your names? Really? But God bless y'all.